Hello, I'm Jacob. This is the Prepper's Bunker Outdoors. I recently did a review on the Essie Junglas 2. You can see the link to that above right now. Last night when I was doing a live video, I got the knife stuck in a log, and I took that as an opportunity today for some ultimate batoning destruction test of the knife. And my buddy Justin Vidito was kind enough to join me for this destruction. All of his links, YouTube channel and Instagram, will be in the box below. So look at what we went through to get the Junglas 2 through that log and see how it turned out. Alright, so Justin, safe to say abusing knives or survival knives is not a new thing for you.
No, that's pretty much my forte.
So what do you think? Do you think the knife is broken, and what are you going to think if it's not broken?
I'm going to be really surprised. So I mean, we're legitimately like cutting through granite right now. I mean, this is some of the hardest wood I've ever seen in my life. On top of that, it's right above a knot, and we've been beating on this thing, which you'll see in the video. We've been beating on this thing with sledgehammers and all sorts of crap. But as of right now, the way that was bent, if it's actual hardened 1095, and there's not some magical, mystical properties to this knife, like, it should be broken along the blade, and maybe the spine, not really, but you should at least have a stress fracture, definitely. I would think. At the very least, if it is, you know, it's going to be bent and stay bent, and you're going to have to heat it up and bang it back out in order to see, in order to get it back straight. But I'm very interested to see what it actually looks like when we pull it out of here.
So I'm thinking Rowan Heat Treat is supposed to be magic. They are the 1095 people. That's what the Essie name is about. Right. I'm thinking we're going to pull that thing out. It's going to go true. It's going to shape. It might not shape here. We'll see. All right, so
if we pull it out and it stays true, I'm going to buy like 4 of these things.
Yeah.
That'd be amazing.
Let's check this out. All right.
You ready?
Yeah.
What did I say?
You're right. You were right.
Even still,
it's
though,
true.
man.
It is true, but
yeah, I mean, even still, that's a lot of abuse to put a knife through. I mean, that's beyond the scope of what a normal person would do. Even with that, right? So even with that, if you had this in a survival situation and this was your only blade, yeah, I could still use the majority of this. You know, I can still do stuff. You know, it's not gonna totally,
let's
you know,
see,
just
let's see
demolish
about, like,
the blade.
let me see this thing. Let me
Let's
see
see
if
if
I
you
can
can-
like feather stick with this thing. You know? So if I'm gonna come down
yeah,
here,
it's still sharp.
I mean, yeah. So if I need to skin game or
Right, you're
do
still
whatever,
gonna be able to do whatever you need to do.
I'm gonna need to put a little bit of thought into it. But
Well, and even it didn't break straight off. It only broke up on, you know, the thinner part of the blade. So realistically, I would think, and I mean, I'm sure we'll try it out a little bit, but I would think you're still going to be able to chop and stuff with this.
yeah,
Without the risk of it breaking. I mean, let's see if we can flatten this part out.
get a bigger hammer. This might be where we get the pain. Look at that. That never happened.
Perfect. This is available on eBay for the low price of $12.99.
Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy. So, find it. And I mean, it still chops. So even with all the abuse we put it through, and you know, breaking that piece right there, you're still going to be able to do pretty much anything you would need to do with this knife in a bad situation.
So like if somebody is familiar with survival, it's Justin. And so if you've got this blade and you got to do something insane to survive, okay, and this happens, you've still got something that you can use for your 3 days until you get home.
Right,
Like,
absolutely.
No doubt. I mean, normal stuff that you use a knife for, you can use this for any of it. So,
Well, that's big for me too, because like we've talked about, you know, many times. Like I stress test my knives a lot different than most people do. You know, if this is my one knife out in the middle of nowhere, I got to do everything with it. If I need to pry something, then that's what I'm going to pry with. You know, it's everything. So, you know, having that to where it'll hold up, you know, even in crazy extreme conditions where we're basically chopping through the wood version of granite.
I mean, what is this?
I don't know.
I split this up for firewood with a 12-pound splitting maul, and the 12-pound splitting maul would bounce off of this, like it was nothing. And it was a cardio workout. Yeah, look at that knot.
Wow. Yeah, and you got a crazy knot going all the way in there.
Wow. But you got no knot on the outside.
That's right.
Very weird. Anyways, guys, we would never baton through that in a survival situation. There are things that could happen in a survival situation, but I have no question of whether or not I would trust this knife in a survival situation.
Absolutely.
If I had to do something like that in a survival situation, the fact that it didn't break all the way through, and it is still true. I mean,
and we're in essence, to put it in context, we're in essence doing with this something that you would never do in real life. You would use this
or bigger.
You know, bigger.
Like I said, I used a 12 pound. That's a 6-pound maul, and what I was using to split this was a 12-pound maul. It was incredibly difficult. So I've done a lot of batoning with this knife, and a lot of this wood that I was batoning was the same wood, very tough, and it's all frozen too. So last night it would start to go, and then it would just pop apart because it's completely frozen. That stuff's hard on a knife. Did nothing to the blade, and then we just hit that beast. I worked on it an hour last night, and it took 2 guys today to, and we still didn't get it through, and I don't know if we ever would have got it through.
Get a bigger chainsaw.
So
that is very interesting.
I'm very impressed. All SE knives are made in America, have an unconditional, unquestionable lifetime guarantee.
Which we are going to use.
We're going to use. SE's going to replace this for us, guys. I am bummed because I want.
I'm not bummed. I'm impressed, man.
I'm impressed, but like,
impressed.
man, this is like one of those things that you talk about in the future with a knife. So I want to keep it, but
yeah. No, this is awesome.
Huge thumbs up. By the way, guys, I think
we're gonna get one of these.
I think honestly, if this knife was 3V, we probably would have had the same result. Oh, yeah. I don't think that there's any steel.
No. Well, it would have probably broken straight through.
Probably.
In all actuality.
Probably. So,
and the spine was you could see like when you show the pictures, but the spine was actually bent quite a bit more than it is now.
Well, it was bent and it was twisted, and I think if it bent straight,
it probably would have
broke. Probably came back,
but twist.
But when you take metal and you do two different types of deflection, so a bend and a twist, it's not how stuff works.
But that is extremely impressive. I'm sold.
Yeah, that was sweet, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. Let me know what you think in the comments section. And for all the people that are like, you should have used an axe, well, an axe isn't going to work either. So we did it with a knife.
We did use an axe.
And a maul. and a felling wedge. And the steel felling wedge also didn't quite make it. So we're dealing with some next level stuff here, guys. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I hope you have a blessed day.